What's up guys, today I want to tell you guys about this new saddle that I've been testing out for the past little while. It was sent out to me by a company called Astute, and the model of this saddle is the Skyline VT. So Astute actually makes a ton of different saddles, and this is just one of them. They have a whole bunch of different color variations, different materials, of course ranging in different prices, making them a little bit more expensive, lighter and nicer, but also having a little bit more low end and really nice still saddles like the one that I'm testing out today. So first off, I want to tell you guys about the first thing you're definitely going to notice when you get the saddle, and that's just the packaging. Like it or not, the packaging your product comes in definitely is going to have an effect on what you think of the specific product, and I think Astute actually did it really nicely and really well with their saddle. The box itself that it comes in is really nice white with their logo in front. It looks really high quality, kind of like a box for an iPhone when you open it up. Your saddle is just right there, nicely tucked in, and looks really good. Now otherwise, just taking a look at the saddle itself, once you pull it out of the box, it does look really nice. You can tell it's made by some high quality leather material on the top, and it looks really sleek. It's not super glossy, it's actually kind of a matte finish, which I find looks really good. Now Astute has a ton of different variations of colors. You can get green, white, black, different underneath parts. So here you can see this one is made of red plastic material. Apparently it's also reinforced with carbon throughout the saddle. The main part you see is this red plasticky stuff that actually doesn't look like it's cheap plastic. It actually looks quite good quality and a little bit rubbery too to the touch. Of course, Astute also offers some with carbon fiber rails and carbon fiber saddles themselves, so you can go to the option of carbon fiber within the Astute brand if you want to, but those of course will be a little bit more expensive. Now moving on to the fit of the saddle itself, of course it's going to change from person to person, and I can't tell you if this saddle is going to work for you or not because it obviously changes between every person. Now I can give you guys a little comparison of how I felt on the saddle and how it felt compared to my previous saddle, my Italia, which I really did like. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a rundown of how I found the saddle felt and how it did compared to my other ones. Now putting on the saddle right after using my Italia, I put it right back in the exact same position, so everything should be exactly the same. The only difference is how the saddle feels. And as soon as I got on it, you can tell that this one was quite a bit firmer than my previous saddle, and that was something that I didn't necessarily not like, but it was just something that felt different to me. They also have quite a few different models with a more sloped angle on the saddle or more flat. I believe this one is one with a more flat curve to the top, so it doesn't droop down as much on the sides. And of course that kind of stuff will all depend on how you like to ride and what kind of saddle you like to run on. Now personally, after riding it for the first couple times, I didn't really like the feel of the saddle. A little bit too firm for me, I found, but I thought I'd keep giving it a try and keep riding it, because of course these saddles can soften up after a little bit of use. They might come to you a little bit more firm than they will settle into for the next little while. But I found that that didn't necessarily happen with me. The saddle didn't really soften up too much. I think the saddle basically stayed the same, or may have softened up, but not quite enough for my liking. I did keep riding on the saddle just to see how I liked it, if I would get used to it, if I would like the little bit of extra support from having a firmer saddle, and I rode it for about a month and a half until now. We are going to start riding outdoors in the next week and a bit, so this saddle is going to get tested out on the road as well. I of course have not been able to do that since there's still snow, and there's still snow on the road, so it's a little bit too dangerous to go riding out right now, but that's definitely something I want to make an update with you guys later on. Even though the saddle may not be the perfect fit for me, I'm still very impressed by the quality of the seat itself, and I'm sure that applies to most of their other seats as well. Now of course Astute is actually a company based out of Italy, and the saddle is made in Italy, and the package that I actually received came from Italy, so that's pretty cool, pretty impressive that they're not made in some little factory in like Taiwan or something like that. I also really like the fact that they have a lot of different color options. I know us cyclists and triathletes really like to match up our saddles with our bikes. Of course you can see that this red and black matches perfectly with my red and black scheme on the bike. Another thing to mention is the pricing of these saddles. Now this one in particular is getting close to $200 I saw online, so it's still quite a bit more expensive expensive than some other saddles that I've seen before. I do actually think they are worth the price. You can tell in the quality of manufacturing and also the weight of the saddle, only weighing 220 grams, definitely does justify the price, although you are going to want to make sure that you buy the right saddle for you before you're spending all that money. So that's it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A little bit more information on the brand of Astute and their Skyline VT saddle. If you hadn't heard about their brand, share this around to let people know what's going on with the Astute saddles. I'm sure you guys may have seen these here and there online, but maybe didn't know too much about them. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys found it informative. More news on my new bike coming up. It is actually in the debate for I might be getting something even better than what I was planning on getting before. So stay tuned for that. A lot more triathlon videos coming up in the next little while. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys, and never stop trying.